Yo.
Hey, what's going on? I wasn't expecting that dope ass background. Oh shit.
Oh man, I got me a shoe while.
Damn, I gotta do something different over here. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah. So I'm having some weird stuff going on with my computer, so I'm on my phone. So
Okay.
I hope everything goes smooth. I just tried it with my boy, so it works, but so I hope it goes smooth and we don't have to re-record this joint.
Okay.
First and foremost, thank you for being on the podcast. As I told you, I'm kind of rebooting it, and I was thinking of like a cool way to do it. So I was like, man, I think I'm gonna do it with the brand. So I sure appreciate you for being on the Some Get It Some Don't podcast. So thank you for your time.
Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I've been seeing you. I've known you, like know who you were, but haven't really, I think the most I've interacted with you was the other day when we was talking about the jewelry stuff. So
Yeah, yeah.
which we're gonna get into that too. I had to put in some space for that for sure, for sure. So to get started for the people who like myself who may not know who you are or anything about you, if you kind of want to just touch on that a little bit, just kind of like who you are, like where you grew up, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. I'm K Royale. DJ YP, Bad Brother K. However it go, they call me Kitty too. But I'm from Lubbock, Texas. I grew up in Arlington, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas. That's my stomping ground. But I graduated from James Bowie High School in Arlington, Texas, and then I came back to Lubbock once I graduated.
Oh, okay. And see, that's why I said I didn't know that. I've always like seen you around, and we're gonna talk
Uh,
about that as well. But I always knew you as the person that was always, suited and booted or had some like the colors and stuff. I'm like, damn, motherfucker, fly as shit.
hey, thank
So, so that's kind of that's kind of how I knew who you were. But that was good to know that you're from Lubbock.
you.
Obviously, moved around and came back. So, fun facts. All right. So speaking of that, let's talk about like some fashion stuff like early on in life. Like what were some things that you've seen that kind of attracted you to fashion, if that makes sense?
Uh, honestly, I'm the only child, so my mama was hey, you better be clean everywhere you go. She don't play that. Like that was really all it was. Like, hey, you better represent me well. Like that's just really what it was. And then of course I love shoes. I love Jordans. I love all kind of shoes. Like
Yeah,
I
we
was
see it back there. That's why we had to pop it off. I said, damn, she came in here and stunted on the boy quick. I said, shit. Okay. Well, that makes sense though. I think when you grow up in an environment like that and your
yeah,
parents kind of instill that in you early, you kind of just keep it going. I
yeah.
always tell people it was funny growing up. Like my grandma, I went to school and I mean, I should have been on I had to pay for my lunch, I should say. And my grandma was one of them people that was too proud. And she like, if you pay for lunch, well, she used to buy me like Tommy Hilfiger and stuff back in the day. And she like, you can't be wearing that and getting free lunch. I'm like,
Uh,
Randy, that don't even connect. Like this is some government stuff. Like let them pay for the lunch. So
yeah,
I totally understand what you're saying when you kind of grow up in that environment. When you get
yeah.
older, you're like, shit, I'm gonna keep it going.
Gotta keep it going.
Cool, cool. So with that, I know you said that you kind of always been fly. So I'm assuming that that kind of ties into like who inspired you. Maybe your mom putting that on you early to kind of be fresh out of time. That's kind of what kept you going to continue to be fly. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
So,
know, like,
could I go out on a limb and say at high school, middle school,
uh-huh.
that you were one of the flyer people in school?
Of course. I was very well kept. My mom was, hey, well kept. It don't matter if she didn't have a dime, she was gonna make sure I was very well kept. Like it doesn't matter. Lights could be off. Hey, you better make sure you don't go tell nobody. And I was very well kept. Like, so they just
Okay.
stay like that.
So have you? I know you said the Jays. Have that's always been a thing, or as you got older, you got more into it, or has it been a thing?
It's been a thing. My mama kept me in a pair of sneakers. Like it's
Okay.
always been a thing. I kind of really didn't know about it until I hit Dallas high school. They were big on Jordans. Like, so of course, we from Lubbock, and my uncle had gave me some Wookiees one time, and they had talked about me, so I went and told my mama. She didn't know nothing. I didn't know nothing. So they had talked about me in school, and ever since then, it was like, oh, it's go time. Like I'm gonna make sure you get whatever you want. So That's really what it was. I was on a basketball team, and they was like, "Where you get them from?" And I'm thinking they clean, and of course they fake. So ever since
See?
then, it was like stamped, like okay, all right.
And see, that's what you should have said the other day on Facebook. You should have provided context
Uh-huh.
of the whole jewelry thing. So it really kind of ties back to the shoes.
See,
So you had the fake J's and was like, hey, I ain't
I
doing
think
that no
they
more.
misinterpret me on Facebook. See, my meaning was like I look at everything as an accomplishment. So if
Yeah.
I go buy, if I get some Balenciagas, I want to pay the real money to be like, oh, I finally was able to do this. You know, it's not like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't like that. I want you to accomplish that. I want you to work there to get there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy any fake designer because I feel like I need to work to actually want that or work to actually get there. That's all I was saying. I wasn't
Oh
saying.
no. I understood what you're saying. I'm saying that I think that it kind of started back with that too when you had the fake J's on and you was like, why would I buy some fake J's when I can just work
I could
hard or my
just
mom can work hard and just get them? So that's what I'm saying. So it kind of has like some back history to it too.
expect.
Yeah, yeah. So with that being said, that's a perfect segue to the jewelry discussion. So
Uh-huh.
the other day you posted on Facebook. Well, we just had a discussion on Facebook about jewelry, and I think as a person who spent a lot of money on jewelry,
Mhm.
I see it both sides, but I do understand what you're saying. If you're going to buy something that holds value or that has value, if you want to work for it, like it should be like 10 karat gold and real diamonds. The only
Correct.
thing that I was saying is just from my research, just dealing with it, it's a lot of famous people that wear it. It's a lot of
Uh-huh.
people, regular people that wear it. But I just know the value of what we're paying for it, which going back to what you said, is for you. So that for
Right.
you, it makes perfect sense. You buying it as an accomplishment. I just I got to the point, and maybe it was one of them situations when I was going through like not having a lot of money, and I'm like, well, I spent 6,000 on this shit, and it's only worth 1,500, and I'm like, yeah, that don't make sense.
Yeah.
But looking at it from the standpoint of it's an investment and it's something that I worked hard for and I accomplished this
Mm.
feat to get it, I think that makes sense too. So I'm on board with you. Like I don't care what people wear. If that's what you have the money to buy, that's
That's
what you have the money to
correct.
buy.
Correct.
So, but I do understand that there's some people that's walking around here with moissanite or silver and saying I spent 20,000.
Acting
Like, come
like
on.
they correct.
Yeah,
That
yes. That I don't agree
that
with. Now, if you driving a hoopty or whatever, you can't make me believe you spent 20,000 on this necklace.
correct.
So I think we're on the same page with that. I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure that we touched on that because it was a interesting, conversation or whatever
Yep.
that we were talking about, which I mean I agree. Like it is what it is, but I don't like the people that's walking around here acting like they got something that they don't.
Correct.
Now that I don't. Do you have like your piece on today?
I got my teeth.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, she got the teeth
I got
on.
my teeth. I'm working on a chain, but like I said, I want to be able to, like I want a big one, so I want to pay for a big one. I don't want to shortcut it. I don't want moissanite. I want, I
But
want.
if I remember correctly, didn't you have one though?
Yeah, I had a small one.
Okay. But you saying you don't have that one no more?
I do. I want a big one. So
Okay, okay. I got you. I got you. I just
yeah,
want to make sure.
yeah.
And if I remember correctly, like, and that's kind of how I've always kind of knew who you were. Didn't you have like a letter piece, like a bigger one back in the day?
A K. Yes.
Okay, there you go. There
I
you
have a
go.
K. Yes. I've been
Okay.
having it since I was 18 years old. My mama bought it when I was 18.
Oh, and you still have it?
I still have it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Damn. So she says you've been having jewelry.
I been
So
Yeah, my mom bought me that when I was 18. I kept up with it since then.
okay. And see, that's kind of how like I remember like seeing you with, like I said, I always fly, but I remember that because I'm a jewelry person as well. As I said, I spent a lot of money on jewelry. I've had like letter pendants, I've had names, I've
Mm.
had Jesus pieces, crosses. So yeah, I remember one time, me and my boy, you probably know Bradley. We was working at the call center in Lubbock, and we got our refund check from college. We quit work and went to Frank and got a chain.
Yeah. Hey.
So so I trust me when it comes to this jewelry stuff, I've spent a lot of money, I've done a lot of research. And what kind of messed me up before we get off the topic of jewelry is that a lot of these jewelers are really scamming us. We
Correct.
can ask for like VVS or VS1s and they putting SI diamonds in it. And
Correct.
that's kind of my point is if you're going to go the route of maybe moissanite or even silver. Silver is a real metal, so it's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
silver. But
Correct.
well, with the moissanite thing, I just tell people make sure you have 10 karat gold because that's what's gonna hold the value. That's what's
So
really
yeah. Yeah,
important.
and
But
I got gold
as you said,
diamonds, so I love gold, but I think it's because I'm a dark skin. So
Yeah,
gold,
yeah.
you know, so
As you
that's
see, I
my,
got the black and gold on today.
yeah,
So it just,
hey,
yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
dark
yeah.
skin. I like stuff that
Yeah,
make me
yeah.
pop out.
Yeah, trust me, I like the gold too, like 100%. So cool. So let's move back to the fashion sense. What were some of like your favorite brands growing up? Obviously, we'll get into your brand a little later, but what were some brands that you liked as you know as you was coming up, or maybe even more recent before you just started your brand?
When I was growing up, I was an Ed Hardy person. I loved Ed
Okay.
Hardy for sure. Fila, man, I had
Okay.
dozens of them. You know, I love Fila. Like, and then now, oh, I was a polo baby. I got a polo
Yeah,
tatted
yeah.
right here. I was a polo baby. That was high school though. So high school through when I first moved here, it was like a polo thing. Other than
Okay.
now, um, really now I'm really a big supporter on businesses.
Okay.
I rather wear everybody because clothes these days, I don't like them. Like everybody's brand to me is different, so I'll rather rock your brand and make it pop out. It's not really anything like even designer. It's basic. It's plain, you know. So I rather
Mm-hmm.
keep everybody else's brand and wear that.
Sam, that's cool. I mean, that's even dope to hear coming from somebody that has their own brand that you're willing
Yeah,
to wear other people's brand. And I think the
of
key
course,
thing that you said is you willing to wear it and pop it off. You know, a
of
lot of
course.
people selfish and they don't think that way. Like I'm like, bro, it's you can share it. It's okay. It's okay. So I,
You
I
know, I'm
like that you
kind of
said that.
different. I will wear other people's brand before I wear my own.
See, now that part I don't agree with, but yeah.
I'm different. Like everybody, like, why you don't wear your brand? I'm like, oh, I kind of wear everybody. You know, like,
Yeah. No, I get it. Like I said, I totally get it, but but hey, it's working for you and I see you successful people buying your stuff. So what it continue to do that, don't change. I'm sure you won't. But so if that's something that works for you, I hey, kudos to you.
yeah.
So with all that being said, with you rocking other people brand, of course being Polo, Ed Hardy, what inspired you to come up with your brand?
Honestly, Dajman, that's my brother, my best friend. We've been best friends since we were like 10 years old. But we
Okay.
was younger and we would think like $1,000 was a lot of money. So he would like push me to get more money. I would call him, I'll flex the little money I got, he'll flex the little money he got back. So we started calling each other bag brothers. And it really never dawned to me that I was going to make it a brand. It was just like, hey, we bag brothers, you know, because we would literally push each other to do whatever we could do. And but before I got this brand, I used to do custom pants. I used
Okay.
to do like 2016, I did custom pants because I hated like basic pants. I don't like blue jeans. Like I like black, white, tan. You know, like I don't like blue jeans. So I started doing my own custom pants. This came like way. I started another brand which was Trap Junkie. And then I kind of never pushed it. I would wear it myself and I kind of never pushed it. And then of course me and Dajman. And then finally, I went to Dallas and I made an outfit and I wore it to the clubs down there. When I took a picture in it, everybody was like, I want one, I want one, I want one, I want one, you know. So it was like, okay, I'm gonna brand this one. This is what I'm gonna do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I never knew about the jeans. I never knew about the trap. I mean, obviously, probably a lot of people didn't know about the trap junkie, but
Mhm.
I always like to tell this side or let the brand owners tell this side of the story because a lot of
Yeah.
people don't know how it started or what came about. So basically, you kind of did something in the past that you didn't even know would come full circle to having your own brand with the Bag
Correct.
Brothers, the actual name, but you kind of were doing stuff behind the scenes and trying stuff until it kind of became what it
Correct.
is now.
See, I was doing the jeans was good, but the jeans was very time consuming. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I have ADHD. I'm not doing this all day, you know. So I kind of let that go. And then Trap Junkie, I just wore it myself. I never jumped it off. They would ask for it, but I just was ADHD, not sitting down. And then finally, I ran into this one.
Okay, so I just wanted to clarify one thing. When you say the Bag Brothers and you was talking about Datesman or whatever,
Mhm.
is that both of y'all brands or you just took the name from what y'all were saying and it's yours?
It's mine. I just took the
Okay,
name we
okay.
were saying and then branded
Got it.
it basically.
Okay, I thought so, but I just wanted to
Yeah,
clear
yeah,
that up because I know that you said that y'all would call each other Bag Brothers,
yeah.
so I didn't know if maybe he had something to do with it. Well, that's cool. All right, this is the part that I like. I was going to move forward with all the people that I interview in the future. that I like to highlight because a lot of people don't talk about this. Just like a lot of people that's in the streets don't talk about the bad side.
Yeah.
So what are some of the challenges or the struggles you faced as a brand owner?
I would say when I first started, nobody would give me a vendor. Like I didn't know nobody would give me a vendor. And I'm kind of like that myself now, but I'm kind of more open now. I feel like if you support me, then here, I'll give you a vendor. I'm not, like I ain't gonna
Yeah.
charge, but it's like a support thing. It felt like nobody was supporting me, so now I feel like if you support, I don't mind, I don't gatekeep. Long as you're
Yeah.
supporting.
That's
But
what I was just about to say. The gatekeeping, it's a real thing.
yeah, so
Even at our level, it's a real thing.
nobody would give me a vendor. Like it was terrible. Like that's why I was pressing clothes at home. Like I started in the kitchen, like learning how to work the machine. I started in my kitchen, and then one day I was up late, and I was like, I have to get like a vendor. So TikTok is a real thing. I TikTok all night. I ran across the vendor. My first drop was um Letterman jackets, not the leather ones, but the leather one. That was my first vendor, first drop ever. Didn't even know that if he was a real vendor. I just like, let me
Yep.
try. Like I have to try because if I try, this is good. So he ended up being a good vendor. I would say that, and I would say like vendors are terrible. Like I could tell you, I'm gonna make this drop. It'll be here May 3rd, and then you talk to them like, oh, I won't be done to. So I would literally do a lot of pre-orders, and then the vendors would mess up, and it's like, oh, I got all these pre-orders, all the money, and now y'all not gonna have my merch here on time. So I
Mm-hmm.
would just say vendors is my hardest task, and I'm very busy, so I'm not good at photo shoots. Like how people take photo shoots,
Yep.
sell it. I'm more of a when I get it, I'm selling it. You know what I'm saying? So marketing, I'm bad at marketing. So if you see me,
Okay.
you like it, you wear it, I got it for you. But I don't.
So with that being said, I know you said you just mentioned that when you get it, if they like it, they buy it. So I'm assuming you don't do like a lot of online sales, or you do?
I do more. I'm a Snapchat person. I post it on Snap. Of course, like I said, I grew up in Fort Worth, Dallas. So I send a lot of stuff there, and then Facebook, I've sent all over the world, but I don't really mess with my website. I will here and there, but not really.
Okay. Okay. Only reason why I'm asking that because obviously I've been having a brand as well, and that's kind of what I'm like stuck in between because I do get a lot of support, as you said. People see it, they like it, they want to buy it,
Mm,
versus like having a website where somebody can just constantly buy it. And I'm just assuming, and I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
mm,
I assuming you want this brand to be a big deal, and it seems like it already is. But I think for both of us, if we want it to be a big deal, we're gonna have to push the online at some point
yeah.
because to scale the brand, I mean, it's only so many people that we can reach through Snapchat or through Facebook
Uh-huh.
or whatever. So when you have that website and people can go to it or stumble across it, like you said, on TikTok,
Uh-huh.
whatever the case may be, that's when you're gonna start to see those 100K months and stuff like that that I heard people talk about. So
I mean, I have it. I just, and then I'm more of a sold out. Like like now I gotta hurry up. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
sell out so quick, and it's like because I have brothers. I have a lot of brothers, so they really stingy. Like no, nobody. Like so it's like oh now I
yeah.
get more, and then even when I get more, they want all colors. So it's like okay, y'all not
That's a
gonna
good
let
thing.
nobody else stop. Like y'all
Yeah,
let
that's
nobody else do it.
that most definitely is a good problem to have, though. That
Yes,
the number one thing is you always sold out and you have a lot of support. So that's a great thing, because
yes,
a lot of brands don't have that. They get inventory and hold on to it forever, which is another crazy thing. Like when I see people post it, it don't be that long. Like I mean, I
yeah,
see a post for like a week and then I don't see another post until another drop come out. So
yeah.
so you're doing something right.
Just
Cool.
social media is this age. I tell everybody you gotta grow within time. So of course I'm a TikToker. I got plenty of views on TikTok. I got a lot of followers on TikTok. So you gotta grow within time. And I feel like TikTok and like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and not really a Facebook person, but you're gonna stumble across like new people that want to shop because it's everywhere now. Like custom brands are everywhere now. At first, when you first started, you really seen it, but now it's
Yeah,
big.
everybody have a brand.
Big
Everybody.
now.
Yeah. Damn. So I think you kind of just touched on this, but the next one was, what is the message you will give to people who want to start a brand?
Stay consistent. I would say stay consistent and even if you're not getting if you feel like you're not getting views or likes or nobody is paying attention to you, keep pushing it because they're looking. Somebody's looking. Somebody like it. Somebody is going to get it. So don't never get down on yourself. Just keep going. It's going to be hard, but as long as you stay consistent, it's gonna work out for you.
Yeah. I like that, and I think that's something that I kind of struggle with because I've been having my brand since 2016,
Mhm.
and so like I think when I first moved here to El Paso, like in 2021, I kind of just fell off. So for like 3 or 4 years, it was just kind of I was doing a little bit, but I was kind of like halfway in, halfway out. So as you said, I think being consistent is gonna help no matter what. As you said, if you get one sale, one view, one
Mhm.
share, whatever the case may be, somebody watching, somebody just waiting. So if you be consistent, that one person gonna stumble across it, like you said on TikTok, and here we go.
Correct.
Dang. Okay. All right. Of course, I want to leave time for this. Do you have any new drops that's coming, or anything that we should be looking out for? And
Yes,
also, as you said,
I
the
have.
Snapchat for sure. But let's let us know how we can get to see the items or where we need to go.
I have short sets coming. Probably next week. Um,
Okay.
they should be finished tomorrow, and then of course the shipping. So
Yeah, I know
next
how
week.
that go.
So next week, probably I would say, yeah, I have short sets. I have a purple and pink one for the girls. I have a green and yellow one, and then I have a baby blue and white one. And of course, I do social media. I'm a social media person. I like Snap. Of course, I post it on Facebook and then TikTok. Instagram as
Okay.
well. I'm Instagram baby. I love Instagram. So that's
Yeah,
all.
me too. Yeah, Instagram is my thing, man, for sure.
Yeah.
But that's something that I was gonna ask, and I think you just said it just slipped my mind. Oh, whenever you doing the drops and stuff, I know before you said you just kind of took a guess and just threw it out there. But do you do samples first, or you just do the bulk order just at one time?
I did like one sample I started in 2020. I did one sample and it was for me, like my own custom. Other than that, I don't do samples. Like I said, I went off the limb and didn't even know if it was a real vendor. So ever since then I locked in and I just do it. Like I'll post of course the sketch. And if they like it, sometimes even if the sketch don't get views, I'll still do it and they sell out. Like it's like an up and down thing. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I'll be like, they're not gonna like these, and then I post it and I'll get no kind of reactions. But then when I actually drop it, it sell out, and it's like, oh, okay.
Damn. Well, only reason why I was asking about the sample is just because of the quality. But I'm
Mhm.
assuming since you've been working with this person, you know their work. They know, and not really the quality, because I think most of the vendors now, if you get with them, they pretty good. It's more of the sizing that's the issue.
Yeah, I
If you get
had
an
one
extra
bad
large, it's
size before, and it was jeans. I
okay.
haven't I shied away from jeans ever since that one time I did try to do blue jeans, and they were way too little for everybody. So I shy away. But other than that, I haven't had no problem in sizing. And I told you I'm a risk taker. Like
Yeah.
if I make my money back, okay, cool. I'll try something different.
So
Which I
with
haven't.
that's good. You said you're a risk taker. With that being said, whenever you coming up with these concepts, is it a collective process? Is it a you thing? Is it you kind of see what's going on in the culture? Like, how do you come up with the designs? Because, like I said, all the stuff I see is cool as hell. I
Uh,
mean, I like it for sure.
so my varsity jackets. That's my. I'm gonna talk about them a million times because top to bottom, my brain. I did it myself, put it together myself. This is how I want it, and I had great sellout every time. So, but like I say, I keep up with fashion. I keep up with trends. So, like I said, you got to grow within time. So if I see, oh, they're wearing this, okay, let me get box cuts. Let me do, oversized tees. It's just I pay attention to the I guess the way people dress nowadays. So as it changed, I'm making my brand the same thing.
And see, I think one of the advantages that you have versus me is I'm not a fashion person. I'm gonna wear
Uh-huh.
like a black shirt or some jeans. I'm gonna be so basic all the time. Hell, my house basic. If you can see it, I got 4 decorations. My sister QB decorated it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I got decorations. So I think that's an advantage you have, and that's what I'm trying my best to do because I follow in this one brand. They do like 500K a month, and that's
Mhm.
what they were saying that you need to be best in class and you need to be the provider of the content instead of trying to get it from other people. So I think that's an advantage that you got is that shit you doing it like you living it because you like the fashion and you doing it like that. So I think that's dope that you have that mindset to
Um,
come up with a varsity jacket, how you want it, what you want on it. Like me, I'll be looking at stuff and I'm like, "Ah, I think that's cool, but all my stuff is so basic. You see my shirt versus your jacket, like that
I
kind of tell
mean,
you.
that's your thing, because I I'm not a basic person. Like, I dress,
Yeah.
so
We
it's
can
like,
tell just by the shoe collection, like the colors just show that you're not a basic
yeah,
person.
I like exotic things. So,
Yeah.
it'd be like my brand, it'd be like, I'm gonna do some exotic stuff. Sometimes I will do plain basic, like black and white, because people's favorite. But me personally, my favorites be like the exotic stuff. And it's just because, like I say, I tell everybody, even with me DJing, you gotta grow with the time. You can't stay the same. If you stay the same, somebody gonna come blow you out the water.
Yep. I agree. I agree. So it's good information. As I say, that's just an advantage I think that you have for sure is that you growing with the times, which is good, but you also sorry, know what happened there. You growing with the times, but at the same time, you have that fashion sense to do it on your own as well. So that's always good. The last question that I have for you is you said it earlier, but what are some of your favorite local brands that you like to wear? Or that you like or that you wear either or?
My favorite local brands, I love ATC.
Yep.
Shout out to Fidel. My little brother, Limitless Stocks, he knew, but he jumped in the game, and he did what he was supposed to do. What else? What's his name? Jamar Shaw. What is it? Hustle High. He young. He's still in school, but man, he's killing it. He's
Okay.
killing it. That's really a lot of out of town, like Fort Worth. I work coach them. And then it's another girl. Her name is High Quality. She's from, I can't think of who she's from, but she's from out of town. Them is my favorite. Them the ones that I actually put on.
Okay. And I guess since I said that, I got one follow up question to that. Have you done any collaborations with any other brands, or is all like just your stuff?
Okay, I forgot one. Belly Broke. I can't forget about
Okay.
it. I love
Okay.
Belly. Quality A1. I love how thick and yeah, I love it. But I have not done a collab. Like I said, I kind of was like, nobody want to show me.
No, I
I ain't,
got you.
you know what I'm saying? I ain't doing it. So I haven't. But my best friend, like I said, Coach him. I was going to do a collab with her. We was gonna do Coach him to the bag, but we have not got to it yet. But and then of course Burley Brook she want to do a girls varsity coat, and we just haven't got to it yet. I haven't ever did a collab yet.
Okay. Cool,
I'll be
cool.
thinking about it. Might, yeah.
But
I
no,
might,
I do understand, coming from a place where, like myself, like I had to learn a lot of this stuff on my own. And it's like,
uh-huh.
man, I had to learn all this and I don't want to do it. But then I be thinking, like, who am I to keep this information? Because at the end of the day, like, if you don't put the effort in, it ain't gonna matter. If I give you all the vendors, I can give you all the information you want.
Right.
And plus, if you don't have the mindset to do it, or if you don't have the creative juices, it's not gonna matter anyway. So, but I do understand your thing. Like, hell, no, I ain't collaborating.
Hell
You don't want to
no. I'm
collaborate
like,
with
hey,
me.
I started by myself, and it was like I asked for help. Kind of people gave me the cold shoulder, figured out yourself basically, and so now I just be like, okay, I figured it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you most definitely figured it out. I'm glad I popped this off with you because I think, like I said, I wanted to interview some other ones as well on the podcast. But I mean, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's not too many people selling out like that, like you are. So, you figured it out and you doing a good job with it. Cause I tell you, I'm gonna be honest, I get some stuff and I hold on to it for a little bit. I don't sell out that fast. I mean, when I first started, I would
Uh-huh.
sell out like a lot. But as you said, I think my issue is, as I said, is the fashion sense. I wasn't growing with the times. I was just kind of stuck like, oh, this is cool. I'm gonna stay here instead of this is cool, but let me add this or let me change this. So that's
Uh-huh.
something that I've been working on here recently too. So
Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
damn.
I mean, I love brands like Billion Ways. I was going to hit you and tell you, like, because I seen he said like you're the most consistent. I was gonna say, hey, let me get, I need some merch because I love it. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like, I love it. Billion Ways, Burley Brook. I want to try yours. A lot of the people that are older than me, I really don't know or don't see. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I really want to extend that. Like, I really want to, like, I want to get to know you. Let me figure out your, because I wear
Yeah.
it.
And see, that's kind of what I'm big on. I don't know if you can tell or see it, but I'm big on like giving people their flowers and showing
Uh,
love to everybody. I don't care if we do it the same thing or different. I mean, I
yeah,
don't wear people's
yeah.
stuff. I'm not at that point yet. But I
Okay.
will if you have a drop, I'll share it. Or if you
Uh,
got something coming up, I'm one of the people that I'll share it. I'm not,
okay.
pressed about, oh, we'll be in the same industry. So that's why when I was thinking about who to do, like I said, I see it. Like as
Uh,
you said earlier, you might not get 1,000 views, but people watching. So
people
I'll
watch
be
it.
watching, which you have views too, but I'll be watching, what I'm saying, and I see what's going on. I'm like, damn, there's a lot of people rocking this. And for a while, I didn't ever make the connection between that it was yours because I seen people wearing it, as you
Uh,
said. I see you wear a lot of different stuff. So I
yeah,
didn't see you wearing Bag Brothers all the time. So I was
I
like,
don't.
is it
I really
her? Well,
don't.
I
I
don't
really
know.
don't.
I don't know.
I
So
really don't. I
once
let
I made
the
the connection,
people.
I said, I got to have on the podcast first. We got
Yeah,
to pop it off. We got
I
to.
let the people do it for me. I let them wear it. They'll have to tell me like wear it to the club, like wear it. And I'm like, y'all wearing it. So and then of course I heard of you, QB. That's my
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just had never got to, you know, see you or
Mhm.
see you or even get any merch. So
Yeah,
I,
and that's why
I just
I
want to
mean when we
support them.
had that conversation the other day about the jewelry, and I was thinking about this podcast stuff a while ago because
Uh,
I had some stuff lined up and people flaked on me, and then I was like, man, you know what? I can do a different approach to this, and that's
uh,
kind of like you was the first person that came to my mind about doing it, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna reach out, and luckily enough, you was like, let's do it. So
let's
I was
do
like,
it.
hell yeah, and it worked out. So I like once again, I appreciate you because as you said, I know you're busy, so to take time to do it, I'm grateful. So thank you.
Hey, I thank you for coming and asking me, man. I'll be down for whatever.
Yeah, I see. I see. So what I'm gonna do now is like when I come back to Lubbock, we're gonna have to make sure we link up. If you have some stuff, I have some stuff, we can, purchase whatever we gotta do because I want to support too. Because as I
Okay, let's.
said, I mean I'm not as flamboyant as you, but I can wear some colors
Hey,
too. I
hey,
got
you don't. It
I
don't
got
matter,
I got a
man.
couple of pair of J's myself, so I can put something with
Hey, man, do
it.
it.
Yeah, but once again, I appreciate you for hopping on the Some Get It Some Don't podcast. Whenever you have that drop, I'll make sure to share it. So let me know when the short sets come out. I will share it on my sites too.
Okay, thank you. I'll show the
All right.
love back, of course.
All right. I appreciate you.
Already.
All right.